Hello, Craig.
Hello, Craig.
Everybody say something so Craig can make sure he got you.
Hello, Craig.
Craig,
What's
don't
up?
commit.
Let me get Baguette back in here.
Craig,
What's
don't
up,
commit war
Craig?
crimes. Stop committing war crimes,
Craig,
Craig.
you
Stop.
bitch.
Craig, not the children. Craig, please
Craig's a bitch.
don't talk shit about Craig.
Yeah, he records our audio.
Yeah, let's be
For
nice
the
to Craig,
federal government.
Imagine he
right?
started. Imagine if it was like an AI, just like, well, you're all mean. It just leaves a call.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. Glad to be back with everybody. In cold open fashion, I have a fun fact about a D&D monster to share with all of you.
Oh, yay!
So, according to somebody who works at Wizards and their private, Reddit account, in the creation of the gelatinous cube stat block, they originally pitched having a quote-unquote jiggle mechanic where it would essentially use a reaction to retaliate using jiggle physics. So essentially you would hit it would jiggle and then hit you back. This was scrapped in the final edit because they thought it'd be too suggestive for the game of Dungeons and Dragons.
I wonder why.
I imagine it's not because of actual the monsters for oozes. People would probably use that also as an excuse to use it for plasmoids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
this was
you don't
back,
want to see a. Go ahead.
This was back when 5th edition was being made. So 2015, plasmoids were the thing. But I can see how the jiggle mechanic would be Hellish Rebuke like.
No. What okay, Chef, what it would be is that instead of it jiggling in a way that it bounces back at you, what it does is that it goes back and it just glops all over you, and you get sucked into the gelatinous cube.
Don't say glops.
Just.
Okay.
Yo, girl, get yourself a gelatinous cube that glops you real good. Know what I'm saying?
No. Get the fuck out of here. If you want to be part of the conversation, unmute yourself. Kitty is laughing privately.
I made someone laugh.
Well, you would know if they unmuted.
I think it's a private.
Who is they?
You.
She.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna get canceled at the beginning of this podcast. Let's move on.
That card.
I'm not going to get canceled before this podcast even takes off. Okay. I'm not about to be 2 years down the line of us making episodes. We're halfway through this game, and all of a sudden it's like, he gendered somebody on this podcast. Get him.
Oh no. His wife.
All right. Last time on Realms Abound M.H.I.U, we got the gang together. Everybody had their intros. Everybody met everybody and did the classic icebreaker of sharing one pet peeve. And we met our captain, Harold Bosco, his sergeant, Melinda Haxby, I believe her fucking name is. Because I'm a good DM. Yes, it is. Yeah, I said it right. Yeah. Oh, that's not going in the edit.
You are so gross.
Yep. Anyway, we've gotten the case laid out for our officers. They are charged with finding the reason for the murders of 3 women.
3?
Estrid Coyle, Fenria, and Alavandrix, the Eboli. All of these women nurses working on this in a psych ward at St. Batoon Hospital. The common thread here is Caldwell Wens, a custodian that has been charged with cleaning that specific floor. Our officers now discuss whether they're going to go as a group or in separate groups to interview people of interest and see what they can find on their own. Now, we jump in to the, albeit quiet, office at the M.H.I.U. So, you have Chief Captain Bosco kind of gives you all a gesture and heads off to other business. Yes, the accidental Bob's Burgers reference. As Melinda goes, all right, now, I'm sure you all know what to do as far as detective work goes. I just remind you to keep it professional, keep it relevant to your cases, and if you do have to torture somebody, please don't tell me about it.
I'm pretty sure that's against the whole reason why we're here, isn't it?
Well, it's only against the law if I know about it.
Right. No, it's not illegal unless you get caught, Bit.
I don't know what you mean.
I would
I
prefer
have no idea what I'm talking
not to
about
have
either.
to resort to that kind of information extraction at all, if at all possible.
Hey, you all do what you feel is necessary. If that means ripping a man's fingernails off in the dark of a shady warehouse at the edge of town, that is none of my business.
Hey,
Incite her.
Yeah, go ahead, roll it inside.
Yeah, I'm a yeah. Cause
That's a little
soft 20 for me.
Cecil, you see a dark glint behind this woman's eyes. You know she is capable of things she cannot begin to explain. Silas, you know the truth. She watches too many murder mysteries.
Oh.
And too much daytime dramas. Especially for being an officer herself.
Thank you for the enlightening conversation, Matilda. Also, as Melinda, sorry, I'm new here. Also, as a recommendation, might I recommend some more lighter programming in the future? Anyway, I will actually go to my desk and start getting out some paperwork as I'm making some notes of the case for myself.
All right.
Is there a larger table?
There's a larger table near the window.
Do we have a document of the a layout of the building?
Of the building you're in or the hospital?
The hospital.
You can get that. You can't get blueprints of the hospital rather easily. You just have to go to the city hall office that has that.
All right.
Hey, where was the file located again? The file we were given.
For the case?
That is going to be state of the world, city info. Wouldn't it be under handouts?
Oh, I didn't put it in there. Give me a minute.
I was gonna say, there's no file here. I'm looking for it. It's not here. Come on, DM.
Oh, I just got where the printer is jammed when making our files. So
yes,
just give it
the printer. The printer jammed. Right.
That's what you want to tell yourself?
All right. I have to be very careful of what I put in this document.
It's very secret.
You didn't redact your information? Come on, man.
Yeah, you're gonna dox all of my shit. No, I'm making sure this remains a mystery. I don't accidentally give you everything.
How can we trust these papers are, valid if they're not redacted in some places?
Yes, exactly. All right. That is all you currently have.
3 murders.
There is nothing here.
Yes, there is.
I see information.
Case file. Okay, 3 murders. Okay.
I'm meaning that there's like no information here. Like, is there has the autopsy been done yet?
You don't know. You have to find out.
Case file.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to do actual detective work in a detective campaign. So sorry. You wanted immersion. Don't do Korean at me. Don't do that.
Oh.
The Korean audience that we don't have is going to be laugh at me.
And if we do get a Korean audience, you got to be careful because we don't want them to find out you snuck in slurs.
Honestly,
Well, I did just swear, so
that'd be hilarious. Honestly, hey, if we got in trouble for that, I'd take whatever comes.
All right.
All right. Let's lock in here.
Okay.
All right.
So, who's doing what? Who's going where?
I'm going to the morgue.
Okay.
I would believe that would be Silas's first stop as well, too. Yeah.
Cecil will also go to the morgue because just to keep the group together. This is a group. I understand that we should probably all stick together at this point because more people there, the more people can help check over things. We don't have any loose ends.
Plus, in character,
Misinformation.
Yeah.
Plus, in character, we have to get used to each other since we'll be on a team.
Mm-hmm.
To the morgue it is. As you all venture into the first basement level of the precinct, not so much the deepest level possible in the forge, but as the door opens, you are greeted with the smell of formaldehyde, nitrile gloves, and the promise that there are dead people down here. You all enter the morgue to see a body on the table that is currently covered. A tiefling body, you can tell by the horns protruding out of the sheet. And you don't see anyone in sight immediately.
Before he enters the room, Cecil is just going to knock very loudly on the door. He's going to say, "Anyone home?"
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Give me 1 minute.
Please tell me it's not the tiefling that's on the freaking morgue.
No, it is not the tiefling on the table.
Okay.
You hear some rifling and shuffling in the back as you wait probably 4-5 minutes as a man comes out. Is it a dwarven man? He's like, "Hello, I am Grom Ironfist. I am currently the apprentice mortician on duty. My boss Rowan, she should be back very soon. How can I help you?"
One second. I just need to make sure I get the name. Oh, Miss Shakti, you're the one who suggested we came down to the morgue first. Is there anything that you're interested in looking for?
Well, first of all, are the autopsies done for the murder case of Astrid Coyle? I do not
Could
know
I
this.
get the case number on that?
There is no. Wait, is there a
Steph,
number?
you didn't put a case number.
Silas,
What do you mean?
There
got
is
it.
no case number on your case file.
What do you
I got
mean?
it. I got it in my notes.
Bite me.
Silas will actually pipe up and go, "Yes, we're looking for the autopsy and as well as procuring the body for the case
It
number.
was there the whole time.
852
What do you mean?
For case number 85276B.
85276B. Yep, give me 1 minute. And he goes over to the main desk, rifles through some files. Yes. Okay. So I currently have autopsies done for Elevendrix, the Ebola, Estrid Coil, and my boss is currently finishing up the autopsy for Thanria. Actually, she's in the examination room right now. If you would like to see that, I know
First
of
some
all,
can be squeamish.
Cecil will. Ooh, sorry.
Thonria, what race is she?
Githyanki.
Okay.
Cecil will immediately go to put on some autopsy gloves, like the really long ones, as well as like well, he'll put on the smock first. He's gonna leave his coat and his hat by the
Oh, if
door.
you all need, you don't need to put on the autopsy gloves. Just go.
Contaminate any of the
No,
evidence
no,
that
no.
we
You're
might
fine.
find.
You're fine. All you need is a face covering, a face mask, and regular medical gloves. That's it.
All right.
Leave any hats, weapons, coats out here. Put them on a table. It just as long as it's not on a corpse.
When you say
I know.
weapons, you mean animals.
Oh yes, I am just now noticing your dogs. I would have them wait. We're just going to be in the next room. So if God's forbid something happens, they can just run through the door. It's not locked or anything.
All right. Sit.
Lovely.
All right, if you all follow me. As you all walk into the examination room, you behold a woman that is currently spreading her hands and manipulating her fingers in a way to control spores that are flowing around this corpse, splitting
Yeah.
flesh, opening and investigating organs. All the while, she is speaking into a voice recording. Moving on to the liver now. No damage to speak of. It appears to be of moderate drinking, I would say once or twice a month. Moving on to the large intestine. Oh, Grom, how may I help you? Oh, yes, I have brought the officers from the M.H.I.U who are attached to this case and the body you're currently examining. They have some questions about the overall autopsies of the three women. Oh, yes. Yes, come. Come around the side here so I can look at all of you. As you come around the side of the table, you see a very pallid woman with black veins kind of going across her skin. As you see her manipulate her fingers and hands, you see kind of dark purple spores spread around the body in a very contained way. Of course, you see a corpse on the table, organs of out for viewing. The flesh is pulled back, and you see her wearing a lab coat that has kind of a vine motif. And as you kind of circle around, you see that her legs are cemented to the ground in this very myconical base, as if her legs melded together and spread out to give her the best support doing this type of magic she's attempting. So, my name is Rowan. How can I help you today?
Yes, Miss Rowan. As your assistant has has explained, we are part of the case, and we just have a couple questions about the body.
Of
Uh, ju-
course.
let's just start with a general question. What is how's the autopsy? What are we looking at here?
Well, as explained in the initial report, all of these women were strangled and, well, sorry, drugged, and then strangled. It seems like they were incapacitated to be moved to a secondary location and finished off by strangulation. It was not done by hands. It was in fact done with a cotton-based cloth, cotton polyester blend specifically. It was wrapped around the neck in a crisscrossing pattern, almost as if the attacker tied it around their neck and tightened in the front. You'll notice here, and she points to the neck, you see little bruising of the strangulation and then slight tearing of the skin as where the knot or the bind of the cloth would have been to inflict pressure. This is standard among all three women. Now, what is different is what they ate before. Thunria here consumed standard Githyanki fare, eggs, lizards, some vegetables of variety, but was
the blood of her enemies. The blood of her enemies.
Unfortunately, no blood of her enemies, which is common for Githyanki. In fact, they make a rather delicious blood pudding after war. If you did not know that,
I'll think about that.
Oh.
What was interesting in her diet was the fact that she ate pickles. It seems to me that most Githyanki cannot handle pickled foods or foods that are very high in fermented acids, which is why most of them stick to non-fermented alcohols, such as liquors and rums and such, if of drinks of choice, because the enzymes with fermentation does not work with their digestion. However, Alavandrix over here, Miss Diaboli, she had she kind of maneuvers her hand, two files come in front of her and open, manipulated by spores. She had some sort of duck dish with farm vegetables, specifically raised in the outer regions of the continent. She had a wine that is native to a brewery in Halcyon, very local, and for dessert she had a pudding of some sort, custard based with a caramel addition somewhere. Miss Coyle, our centaur, had standard centaur fare, different grains, different grasses, led mostly a vegetarian diet, only eating proteins socially and as necessity. No proteins were consumed before her death.
Interesting.
What is really interesting, if you'll follow me, as she ends her examination, the spores kind of go back into her body and you see the color flush back into her face. You also hear her legs re-separate and form separate things once more as she walks out of the room. She walks over to a very large door in the wall, in the cadaver wall, as she hefts out the body of Estrid Coyle. She pulls back the sheet to expose Estrid's entire upper torso. If you'll see here on the stomach, where the needle was stabbed in, it seems that there are 3 puncture holes instead of 1, all about 2 centimeters apart, and it was punched deep and hard. This took active effort, most likely in a struggle.
So more than likely, Miss Estrid was able to actually catch her killer, but unfortunately was not strong enough to hold them back, if I were to hazard a guess.
Wait. if she got into a struggle with her killer, he's like, do you mind?
Of course.
Cecil is actually going to pull back the cloth a little bit more to expose her hands. And he is going to examine the victim's fingernails to see if there's anything caught underneath her fingernails.
Yeah, roll an investigation.
Okay, just
Could me and him like look at both like the arms and hands like separately, like he does?
I'll
one,
give you.
I do another
Did you
one?
want the help action?
I could help him. Yeah, I have investigation. So
Let's
yeah.
say if I examine the hooves, does that count as a help action as well?
Okay, so
That's just the
here's how we'll
centaur,
do it.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Silas, you go ahead and do a separate one because I believe you're proficient in investigation. Cecil and Nadira, you can give either of you advantage because you're examining two relevant parts at the same time.
What's your investigation score, Nadir?
2.
I have a +7, so if you would like, I can take the roll to get a better chance of success.
Yeah.
Okay. 17.
Great, glad we got that advantage.
Ted. Okay, hold on. Who's helping me again? Is it Ted?
Oh,
Yeah, Ted is here as well. But Ted,
Yeah, I'm kind of here.
technically, Aradia would be here as well, but we're not going to.
Aradia is investigating a lead elsewhere.
Yeah.
Ted, would you like to give Silas the help action?
Sure.
Okay.
I forget how that works.
You just say, I'm giving the help action, and then he rolls with advantage.
Yeah. Right. Thank you.
16. All right. So, Nadira and Cecil. We'll start with the two of you. Cecil, as you investigate the fingernails, you kind of take a look at the hands. It is clear that these hands were in a fight. There's bruising, there's scratching. At one point, you see bite marks on one of the fingers, akin to a humanoid, closer to human bite mark, but it seems to be faded enough to where you're not sure you could get a good imprint. However, you look at the fingernails, you see that her nails were meticulously manicured, what seems like often, as her cuticles haven't really grown that far. You do see dirt underneath 3 out of the 5 fingernails, akin to a scratching motion. I assume you harvest that dirt to try to get it tested. What you do notice, however, is a ring tan line on the left hand.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, one other thing that I would actually like to investigate afterwards. Do all of them have the same kind of manicure?
No.
Okay, just
So all of them had manicured hands, but none of them had a similar style.
Okay, so that, and obviously they probably wouldn't go to the same person. Got it.
But none of them had the same style. That does not mean that they didn't go to the same person.
True.
Right.
Do
Nadira.
they also somewhat look very similar? Like the same person did them? Because every nail tech kind of has a little thing that they do.
Signature, right?
Yeah.
So this will be very influential on your part, Nadira. As you look at the hooves specifically, you see that this woman did wear shoes. She wore horseshoes made out of aluminum and brass. Um, uh, a combination known to be a bit more cushiony, a bit more lenient, and prone to scratching. You knew that, she's a nurse, so comfortability is paramount when working a long shift. The shoes have been removed. They have been placed in a clear container next to the body.
Okay, can I look at the shoes?
Yes, but let me give you the rest of your information first.
Okay.
You are noticing that along with the manicured hands, there are manicured hooves as well, which implies that this nail salon that they would go to accommodates multiple races, and especially equine or bovine races as well.
Okay.
You see that the hooves have a chipping layer of clear coat on them and have recently been trimmed around the same amount of time as everyone else. However, I want you to roll a perception check.
Would I be able to? Oh wait, never mind.
Fantastic. So, as you're looking at the hooves, in the back right hoof, in the frog, the little kind of cavity, you see a glimpse of what looks like paper stuck in there.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Ooh.
I assume you remove it to investigate.
Yeah.
And you unravel, it's like a folded piece of paper. As you unravel this paper, you see it is a receipt to a local convenience store that is one second, hotspot not working, just won't let me. Yeah, okay.
Just gonna say above game virtual high five. Let's go.
Yeah, baby. Hell yeah.
All right. So you see a receipt for a convenience store that is next to the hospital. Actually, right next to the hospital. You see a receipt for an energy drink, a bag of chips, a bunch of carrots, pickled carrots, like a bag of pickled carrots, and specifically a supplement that has been kind of circulating lately. You would know this because it has been said to be good for those of demonic ancestry and has been recommended to be given to demonic familiars. It is referred to as devil's herb.
The devil's
herb.
Have I examined the shoes yet?
No. Roll an investigation for the shoes.
I also have a question for Miss Rowan. What was her name?
Yeah, Rowan.
Rowan? Okay. I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Miss Rowan.
Yes.
Thonbria, what kind of pickled item did she eat?
She ate pickled cucumber.
All right.
Good question, though.
That was Wait, wasn't the other?
Oh,
victim
I'm sorry. Hold on. Actually, she ate pickled carrot. Someone mislabeled the file as she turns a side eye to Grom. still learning.
You're Grom. No offense, friend, but there's a very big difference between a cucumber and a carrot.
Well,
did Esther eat the same carrots?
It is not determined if she ate the same carrot, but they both have pickled carrot in their system. I can't verify.
Can we test to see if they are the same, please?
They're metastasized to the point where we could just identify what they were, not anything deeper.
One second. Did the third victim also have the pickled carrots in their system?
Funnily enough, no. Alevandrix had no pickled vegetables in her system at all.
Mm.
Let me check. Alevandrix was.
Alevandrix
high
the
elf.
Ebolai, the high elf woman.
Okay, she was a high elf. She wasn't a tiefling.
Yeah, she had the fancy duck dish.
Okay.
Why would she be buying a supplement meant for tieflings? Are there? Maybe she has a coworker.
Possibly.
With the drug.
The
Oh, go ahead.
The devil's herb is meant for those of demonic persuasion, not tiefling specifically. I have heard of some people giving it to demonic familiars, such as hellhounds or imps. I've heard some tieflings praising it for overall horn health,
Oh, I see.
absorption of nutrients better. There was a study done to see if it affected demonic pregnancies, be those ritualistic or natural, and it seems to benefit ritualistic pregnancy.
Would it also, if it helps with horns, would it also help with their hooves?
They seem to be made of the same material, keratinous material. Don't see why not.
Interesting. That's probably why she got that.
Miss
But-
Shoxy, you said you had a question.
Well, have you started the autopsy for the tiefling on your table in the other room?
No, that was a recent development. Why do you ask?
Male or female?
Male, mid-20s, died in a car accident related to a drug-based altercation.
When you do that autopsy, do you mind telling us if they have had or have eaten pickled carrots or had that supplement recently?
I can do that, yes.
Alright, can I roll to investigate the shoes now?
So, yes, roll a investigation.
I'll assist her this time.
Okay, roll again, see if you get higher.
Let's
Oh,
go!
yeah, that's
There we
higher.
go.
So,
Yeah.
along with being made Cecil, you know that these metals don't exactly mix well. Aluminum and bronze have very vastly different densities, and if they're going to mix
I
at
am
all,
looking for something very specific though.
okay. What are you looking for?
Any drops of blood or hair or anything like that. Because she is a centaur, so usually they attack with their front hooves first.
Ooh, that
If they
is
are
true.
Nice.
You see, with a 20, you see some hair follicles caught in the frog of the back left hoof. You gather those to be tested. You also, in the front left, see the metal cap of a ampule or medicine bottle.
There's more.
Okay. Nothing like blood or hair in the front hooves though. Or
No.
front shoes.
Like
No.
the. Okay.
Meaning the front
So-
shoes did not make contact with whoever she was attacked by.
The front shoes
Well-
didn't. Back shoes did because you found hair in them.
Nice.
Meaning the person
Oh,
was behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's very true because all the victims were strangled with a cloth and
But
well,
not
half-
from
Mm-hmm.
behind.
Yeah,
Does
that would
what-
have meant. Or keep going. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. if they were the only way that I'll let Cecil pauses for a second. Well, do you have a theory?
Well, if she was attacked from behind, since she is a centaur, looking at that means the person would have had to be sitting on her back
True.
Miss
to even get
Rowan,
close enough to her neck.
She was stabbed in the torso with the needle.
Oh, maybe.
Torso.
Rowan puts a hand to her mouth and says, "Something is odd, though."
What was in that? Wait, what was in? Did you swab the wounds from those needles?
Yes, all of the women had the same puncture wound. 3 holes, obviously from hypodermic needles, 2 centimeters apart, in equal spacing. The drug used for all 3 women in various doses was cyclobenzaprine, also known as benza in its generic form. It is an anesthetic used for surgeries, mostly some dental work in a diluted form. But what intrigues me the most is the angle at which they were stabbed. Miss Estrid here had the straightest entry point of all of them, as if someone her height stabbed her. Thunria and Alavandrix had more downward insertions, as if someone was taller than them and subdued them and stabbed into them from behind.
Where exactly was Estrid stabbed?
Estrid was stabbed on the right side of her lower torso, the upper torso, the quote-unquote human half, if you will.
Wait a moment.
What?
Say Astrid was laying down. How tall would she be if she had been knocked over?
If she had been knocked over, I would say 2, maybe 2.5 feet high.
Cecil is going to cross reference that with the height of not Walter's fine. Different campaign.
Caldwell?
Caldwell
Yes.
Wins, yeah. As
Caldwell
well as
Wins
his
is 4'5".
as well as his buddy, his dwarf buddy. Like the other suspect.
Caldwell Wins is 4'5". The dwarf in question is 5'2".
I imagine that for Caldwell Wins, if he was the suspect, the victims would have to be restrained in some way and potentially laying down, or let me see. Cecil is actually going to check the victim's wrists for any sign of bruising, as if they were restrained by those leather medical bracelets that they usually put into the restraints to prevent people from hurting themselves. He's going to actually check for those. And
you don't see any bruising on the wrists, implying that whatever restraints were used were padded.
That would make sense for it being in a hospital, though, yes?
You could say that.
Huh?
What about the third victim? What's the height difference between her stabbings compared to the other 2?
Well, Thadrea and Alavandrix are at the same height as any humanoid would be if they were laying on the ground. Not even maybe a foot. quite easy for someone to stab down.
That's what my thought was, if they were laying down.
But why would a nurse be laying down on the job?
They
do have sleeping rooms, right?
They have sleeping
From what I
rooms.
understand, there are on-call rooms. If a doctor or a surgeon is on call, usually the nurses don't get the luxury. As far as
But
I know.
nurses would probably still have to work very long shifts, 12-hour, 24-hour shifts, 48-hour shifts, God's forbid.
That seems excessive.
Well, that's the kind of work that they have to do in order to...
But this is a
Sometimes.
psychiatric ward. Like, what constant work are they doing aside from the usual? Cleaning up after patients, maybe giving medication. Like, if this was, say, an emergency room or general admission, sure, I could understand a nurse being on her feet for 24 hours at a time. This is psychiatrics. Some of these patients are restrained. Some of them are in solitary confinement. There are protocols to where it's possible that they are sitting, charting, or some sort of paperwork for a long period of time. What if they were sitting?
That's very true.
That-
What if they were sitting next to a patient, perhaps?
What if they were sitting in a chair or an office chair or something?
How
And
tall?
it doesn't
Someone
matter how tall you'd have to be. Whether you're a halfling, gnome, orc, you can stab someone that's sitting down in a downward way.
My only thing is, if this all happened at the hospital, it would have been caught on camera.
Precisely. Maybe go there next and see what you can find.
One last question, and if
Yeah.
you don't know this is all right. I've noticed Silas here pointed out a bit of a tan line around this victim's middle ring finger here. Was the victim married or seeing someone at the time?
Divorced, apparently. Recently,
Uh-huh.
might I add.
Were they all divorced?
No, only Estrid was the one who was previously married. Her divorce went active 2 months before her death. Thunrea and Alavandrix were not wed at all. The only one who had a paramour of any kind was Thunrea, but Githyanki relationships are complicated.
Okay.
Do we know the?
Have any of them had sex recently?
Very good question. Let me consult the files. It seems Alavandrix had intercourse most recently. There are trace amounts of seminal fluid inside of her, but there are no signs of assault.
Are you able to tell race?
No, not with what we got. Not with what we were able to find.
What about? Do we know the name of Miss Estrid's former husband?
Let's see. That would be Donan Coyle.
I don't.
Donan.
Where does he work?
Donan. Let me search him up here. Yes, Donan Coyle, a human man, works in a car repair establishment about 2 miles away from the hospital in question.
Alright, and who did you say had a paramour?
Alavandrix. We have no information on them.
Right.
Oh, we will keep that in mind.
All
This
right.
is good
I'm sorry I
information.
can't be of more help.
You have given us you've given us more information to go off, Miss Rowan. Don't be disappointed. You've done an excellent job so far.
Well, thank you. Now, if you'll excuse
Please
me, I
keep
must
us
get back
updated.
to my work.
Please keep us
Yes.
updated.
Actually, I can take your evidence and have it submitted to processing. They're just next door, so if you have to get going, I understand.
Be safe and keep up the good work.
You as well.
And Cecil will actually offer his hand to shake.
She removes her glove and shakes your hand.
Well, he was still wearing gloves. So.
Oh, right. Well, then she just shakes your hand.
Thank you for
Might
your
have to wash
service.
your hand. You'll have to wash your hands again later, Miss Rowe, and you don't want to infect. You don't want to infect the evidence.
Oh, well, you see as as she removes her gloves, because she had to change them anyway, you see that she lifts her hands and you see spores coalesce around them and flakes of what you can assume is skin slough off, disintegrate, and then when you see her hands again, they look slightly pink as if a new layer of skin has been formed.
That is interesting and also quite horrifying.
Yes, incredibly sterile, might I add.
Might have to learn that trick later. But anyway, thank you for your time.
You would need flesh.
Yes.
Yes. You all have a good day. So, as you all leave the morgue, what are we doing? Where are we going? What are we thinking?
Any theories so far?
Well, we have more leads now. Obviously, at some point we're going to have to talk to the former husband. I mean, he's obviously a person of interest, especially with how recent the divorce is.
Person of very low interest, because think about it this way: if he had something to do, the only way that he would have anything to do with it is if he was in on it. But I don't think he has too much motivation to slay the other two, other
Hey,
than
we should still
Ted,
look.
any thoughts?
I think we should formulate a plan of how we go about entering the hospital. Ted?
Ted, any thoughts?
I'm just viewing the case files. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out my best approach.
I think obvious. According to from my own notes, I believe the first person of interest we should talk to We should talk to Mr. Caldwell. Get some information out of him as best we can.
I
Perhaps.
think where we should go first is the hospital. We don't want, if Caldwell is our prime suspect, we don't want to let him know that we're directly looking at him.
I would also like to look at the residence of each of our victims.
That is also a good point.
Especially Alejandro's, because I need to know who her paramour is.
Should also maybe check out the convenience store the Centaur went to. You never know. Any information is good information, in my opinion.
Especially if we can get the records and the
Should we go together or split up?
Let's go together. After all, we don't want anyone getting caught alone out in the city.
And we will be working together, so we might as well get used to each other. I do agree with Cecil. I believe we should investigate the hospital first.
We can put in a... Before we leave, put in for some warrants that are for the specific data that we're going to need for the convenience store, especially for the time listed on the receipt. Because if any of our suspects also show up in that time frame, then it could be a motive of them potentially stalking a victim.
All right, so it sounds like we're going to the hospital.
Yes.
I recommend we take my car. Considering I'm a man of the cloth, I could potentially let everyone know that you're all with me and that it's just a standard thing my organization does. Above game. I think I remember you saying I do have my own car, right?
You do have a car.
Yay!
Ooh,
I will say this is probably like after we've probably gotten our warrants and everything.
Yeah, you
as we-
file all the paperwork you need to.
Yeah, as we sort of leave the building, I reach into my trench coat and pull out like one of those like car keychain things, where you press the button and it like lights up your vehicle or something like that.
Right. The fob.
Yeah, and as we all go to it, you all see that probably fittingly, the vehicle is a hearse, a specialized hearse. It's a lot bigger from the looks of it, so it could fit probably all of us in there. It's got some nice golden trim around the side, and the front end is again fittingly a skull. Unknown for my organization. So we can at least ride around in style.
All right. Everybody piles into the car and drives to St. Batoon Hospital. Now, I will remind all of you that the convenience store in question is next to the hospital. Actually, literally right next door to the emergency entrance. So as you all park and walk back up, you have the option to go to either place.
Nice.
Do you want to notify the convenience store owners of our intent, or shall we simply move into the hospital?
I'd say hospital first, convenience store later.
I
Ted?
believe the hospital is the right place to go.
yeah.
Hospital it is then. After you.
All right.
Cecil will hold the door open for Aradia. Oh wait, no, she's doing different things. Brain.
Do we have any idea where Aradia went?
Radia told you that she was investigating a potential lead with some people who know things about drugs and anesthetics.
So she's talking to druggies.
Maybe, maybe not. You're not sure.
Cecil is going to hold the door open for Ted, Silas, and Nadira. After you.
Thank you, Cecil.
And he's going to keep his head up, kind of on a swivel.
Hospital, it is a standard emergency entrance. People coughing, screaming, babies crying. Just a fucking mess. You follow the signs to the information desk in a much quieter part of the hospital in the atrium. You see a middle-aged, dark-skinned human woman. She goes, "Hello, welcome to St. Batoon Hospital. How may I help you?"
Yes. Hello. My name is Silas. These are my companions. We are here on some official business regarding the recent incidents at this hospital. I believe we have the paperwork here.
She leans forward. "Are you all investigating the murders?"
Yes, ma'am.
Cecil will just...
Yes.
Cecil will actually just put up...
What can you tell me? Do you know who did it? Who's like a suspect?
Cecil will put a finger up to his mouth and he winks.
Oh, you...
Officer never
Oh,
tells.
Oh, come on. Well, if you're officers, I need to see identification. Prove that you are such. You could just be looky-loos
Sure.
coming
I
in.
show her our
Badge.
warrant and our badges.
Badges.
Badge.
Okay, fine. But, come on. You have to give me something.
I'm sorry,
it's
ma'am.
been the
That's
talk.
privileged information.
It's been the talk of all of the break rooms. Can you give me like who may have done it? Because I can tell you, Estrid was not very well liked, and you know
Can you give
somebody
us more
might know
information on
something.
that?
Oh,
Oh.
I don't know. Information for information, maybe. And she gives you like a look, like a mischievous
I
look.
mean, we can do this here or at the station.
Her smile immediately fades. Fine.
No,
Look, all I know about Estrid is that she came in with this new hair, this new manicure on both sets of nails, and she was really feeling herself. She was very cocky. All of her patients loved her. A very big turnaround from probably like 2 months earlier, where she was just sad and mopey and pessimistic about everything. We tried taking her out for drinks, and like there was this new gastro pub something that had a lot of pickled stuff. It was goblin food, so it's a lot of pickled things. And
surprisingly tangy if you give it a chance.
well, yeah. Well, when you pickle beets and then carrots and then celery and then more beets, it's kind of a lot. But anyway, Estrid all of a sudden came in, was like really feeling herself. She wasn't wearing her ring, so like maybe she was cheating on her husband with someone. Her husband's a mechanic. Like he's like a little bit down the way. At a auto repair shop.
I don't think it was that.
Oh. So you're telling me her divorce is not public knowledge?
She got divorced?
Oh
Oh my god! I have to. She immediately grabs her phone, and she
I
starts.
immediately put a bony not bony. I put my gloved hand on her phone and be like, this is on.
We're not done.
You can't tell me something like that and expect me to not immediately tell my friend group.
I will immediately grab her phone and crush it with my claws.
No.
Okay.
Question. That was the name of the dwarf, right? Group?
Friend group.
Oh, her friend group. Okay. Who might be in this little friend group of yours?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't
Anybody
know.
from the
There are
hospital?
Well, of course they're all from the hospital. It's nurses. I am a nurse, typically, but I'm filling in for the day at information. There were some girls from psych. There were some girls from emergency. There's one girl from the NICU. And then there's Mildred. Mildred is the best. She's in hospice. Oh my god, don't get her going on Elven Men. She'll go forever. Anyway.
So
Cecil
can
kind
you
of
gather them?
Can I what?
Can you gather them?
I'm not about to gather my entire friend group for some investigation. Okay? If you want to know anything, then I guess I can message the group chat and see what people say. I'm not about to gather like 13 people for whatever this is. And she like makes a circular motion to all of you.
Just as
Or
a
you
question.
can give me their names and numbers.
That I can't do because of employee confidentiality. If you want that, you have to get a warrant. See, I know my rights.
Would Caldwell Wens be in this friend group of yours?
She gets noticeably uncomfortable when you mention Caldwell.
I'll take that as a yes.
What does he have to do with anything? Oh my god, is he a suspect? Is he a suspect? Like she like leans forward and whispers. Because I know
If
somebody
you
who
give me
knows too
information,
much about him.
Oh,
if
you
you give me
do?
that name, I will tell you.
Okay. So there's a X-ray tech, right? He, right? He and Caldwell had a little thing a while ago, and it ended ugly. Like they had a full-on screaming match in one of the break rooms. Like it was drama incarnate, juicy stuff. But they had to separate them because they used to work on the same floor. They had to separate them. Caldwell cleans psych now, and the X-ray tech is where they are, back on the 3rd floor.
Who's this X-ray tech?
His name is Carl. His name is Carl. Oh, B. We
Carl
just call him
these
Carl.
notes.
We just call him CB. You know,
All
but
these
he's
notes.
got a B last name.
Would he? What? Not to assume race or ethnicity. What? Is he
Oh,
human?
he's
Dwarf?
he's
Elf?
a human guy, chiseled face, kind of a lanky body, kind of weird. He's got like blonde hair, ties it back, green eyes, kind of like almost 6 foot, but like will tell you he's 6 foot. Yeah,
My
that's all I
husband
know.
is.
That's all I know. Stop talking to me. I have people to talk to.
Shit. Above game. Shit. I hope not.
No.
I really hope.
Hold on. I believe I can solve this. Miss. Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry. We never got your name. What was your
Sarah.
name? Sarah. Miss Sarah. Lovely name. Listen, being in our profession, we pride ourselves on discrepancy, and you talking to your friends about potentially who could be involved, that kind of goes against that. Now, I'm sure. Now, while I understand the urge to want to gossip about this to everyone, this is really it would really not benefit us. So, tell you what, if you can keep quiet about this while we are during our time investigating the hospital, I could potentially recommend you a lovely little place for you and your friends to go get drinks to, and maybe get you a pretty deep discount. I know the bartender at a local establishment. She's a friend of mine. She makes some of the best wine in the city, let me tell you.
I will take this deal, Bone Man. And she draws a finger down your arm, you meet my other friend. I think she likes your type.
Oh.
What?
I would be happy to meet her.
Right.
If this does
Wait, you're
say-
not gay? You're not
I
gay?
don't think we have time for the bone zone right now.
Are you into men?
I'm into whatever I can be into, man. Doesn't really matter to me.
Perfect. He is so cute, and you'll love him. Anyway, yes. Give me that name, slice over a piece of paper. I will give you his name, slice over a piece of paper. You for the name Theo, and she releases you to the hospital.
Just typing it down.
Didn't expect quite a bony call from this one.
Very funny.
So
But in
funny.
my line
I'm
of
not
work,
funny.
you tend to know how to talk to people to get them to give you what you want, and sometimes
After all-
that requires other means. Anyway, we have the hospital to ourselves, my friends.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Also, before I forget, I'm just going to DM you the name of Silas's friend. That way you know, Chef.
Yep. Where are we going first in this hospital?
X-ray
I
tech.
want to go. Yeah. X-ray tech.
So you go to the second floor. That is where physical therapy is, and you talk to the head nurse on the floor, and they direct you to the X-ray tech. Like you were described, almost 6 foot, green eyes, blonde hair, human guy, very cut face, weird lanky body. Face doesn't match the body. Very weird, very off-putting, in my opinion. But I am not
Chef,
the authority. Yes.
I have a very specific question.
Yes.
I need to roll a stealth check here real quick as Cecil begins to hang back
Okay.
behind the rest of the group. And he's gonna take his eye patch off as he goes in to look around here.
Okay.
He's going to quickly open his eye, look at the X-ray tech, and before anybody else sees him, he's going to pull the eye patch back down.
Okay. Roll a stealth to see if anyone notices.
Okay. Do I have advantage on this because I said I was holding back because I'm behind everyone? Or is that just
as straight? I was gonna give you disadvantage because you're in a crowded hospital. Never mind. Never mind.
Nobody notices a goddamn thing.
Hold
Nobody
on,
knows.
hold on. Yeah,
Nope.
never mind. I'm too busy thinking about my potential date later.
Right? As you observe this human man, you see a couple things with the eye, right?
Uh-huh.
So the eye immediately identifies race, right? We got human, knew that already. It also identifies potential quote unquote weak points. Now, these are not vulnerabilities, these are not like immunities or whatever. These are like, oh, this person has a cut on their arm from something. They have a bruise here. They have a gash there that's being healed. They have scars in this point. So you look at this elf man. Not elf, sorry, human. He has a dark mark on his arm, right in the crook of his arm, right around where you would pull for blood. On the side of his neck, he has a hickey, 2 of them to be precise. And then on his left hand, you see the edge of a tattoo that leads up his wrist, up to his arm. These are the information you get before you put the eye patch back on. The X-ray tech looks forward, is like, hi. I was told you were looking for me?
Ah, yes, Mr. Carl, was it?
Yeah,
Nice
Carl
to meet you.
Baston.
Carl Baston. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Baston. Cecil will extend a hand.
He shakes it. And you get a better look at that tattoo. It is clearly a cover-up of something else where you see a beholder eye going up the wrist to the mid forearm.
Would he be able... Can I roll a history check for that to see if that is just related to a gang symbol, or is it...
Yeah, roll history, yeah.
22.
Not gang affiliated, just clearly covering up a name of some sort with a tattoo.
Just as a thing, is he shaking me with the arm with my hand with the one with the tattoo, or the one with the that had recently air quotes, drawn blood from?
Tattoo.
That's a nice tattoo you got there.
Oh, yes. Got it done recently. I like it. What is this about?
Oh, we're
Well-
here to ask you about a couple of incidents that happened here recently.
Right, the murders. Yeah.
Also,
Wait, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
No.
Okay.
No,
I was on the
but-
night of those. Okay, so on the night of those, I was home. I was with my cat.
Carl,
and I was
Carl,
watching.
calm down.
Baston,
Calm.
Mr. Baston, calm down. No one is assuming anything. You are not a listed suspect.
Oh,
I have actually.
okay.
I do have a question though. Have you had any pickled carrot lately?
I mean, I like pickles on a burger, not pickled carrot. You could pickle a carrot?
Apparently.
Okay.
Mm.
No, I haven't had that.
Did you happen to have any relation? What was your relationship with the deceased?
Deceased. Oh, I only kind of knew Estrid. One time she brought in a patient to be x-rayed because they like hurt themselves somehow. They ended up breaking their arm, and I like chatted with Estrid for a little bit while the machine was going.
How recently was this?
Probably like a week before this whole thing started.
Did she... I would...
Can you tell me the race of the patient?
Oh, it was a a Triton guy. Thought that he was drowning on land, and so he was in a straitjacket. Apparently, he jumped off his bed to try and dive back into the ocean. But clearly, there was no ocean in his room.
I have a... Can I
It's not been used to
insight...
surface lines.
Can I insight when he was talking about Astrid? I want to see if there was anything else there.
Yeah, go ahead.
While he's doing that, I think he could be doing that while I'm asking.
But that's
this.
intimidation. Ignore that. Insight is 20.
Okay.
Fucking tell me shit.
Tell me
Anyway.
everything.
So, when you talked with Miss Estrid, what were some of the topics of conversation that you had? Like about anything in particular, anything specific that might have been going on at the time? Maybe someone she was seeing or something. She was recently divorced, to my knowledge.
She got divorced? Oh my god.
I'm still new to this cop thing. Keep this on the down low.
Okay. Well, Cecil, you notice that one is news to him, and two, like, it's very coworker vibes. Like, oh my god, I didn't know this about a person who I've worked with for a while. Silas,
Yeah, but I'm sorry that the brain fart.
we did not talk about her divorce. She got a haircut recently, and I complimented it. And what else did we talk about? We talked about how the convenience store next door had a new energy drink that I tried that was good. That point, I asked the patient to flip over, and then we talked about the recent Blood Bowl game. I support the Raiders. It's my favorite team. I think that's it.
Did Mr. Wenz come up in the conversation at all?
Oh. No. Why do we need to talk about him?
Well,
You did.
Alright.
Oh, we need knows that.
Okay, yeah, I did date him for a little bit. We dated for like 3 months. It was fine, you know. It was fun. It was fine. He had some issues, like very insecure about like his hobbies. You know, he really liked essential oils and like mixing stuff in his garage. Wouldn't let me see his science project, whatever the fuck that was. There's really not much else to say, really. I mean, he wasn't great in bed, if that matters.
Not really, but interesting to know.
Yeah. You know, he was a little bit older than me, so by like 4 years. So there was like a bit of a divide. He liked a lot of Elvish music. I prefer, you know, like orcish hip hop and goblin metal, stuff like that.
Goblin.
What was your big fight about?
Goblin metal.
Big fight. Well, I got tickets to see Gorbo the Ruthless in concert. I asked him to come with me, and then he said, "I don't want to listen to that drivel. If I want to see goblins screech around a stage, I could just go to the circus." I took exception to that, and I basically said like he was being inconsiderate and a jerk and a little bit racist, and he was like, "No, that's what goblins do at the shows. Like, you shown me videos; they just screech and whatever." And it's like, "No, that's how the music goes. That's like their language. They're singing in Goblin, and Goblin is a lot of screeching and yelling." And we went back and forth about that, and then I pushed him. You know, I got really upset. I pushed him into a table, and I ripped his shirt of like his coveralls. He pushed me back. I went into the fridge, like nobody got hurt. And then, you know, he left, like cussing me out or whatever.
And was that the end of your relationship?
We tried to make it work a week after that, and then I went to the show, and then after the show, he's like, "I can't be with somebody who listens to that kind of stuff," and then we broke up.
When, in relation to how long ago was that?
It was probably like a month before all this happened. I went to the show 2 weeks before like the whole news thing came out.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Scipio is actually going to draw...
Scipio?
Scipio, not Scipio. Scipio's dead.
Scipio's dead? Where did you come from?
Grandpapa.
Grandfather? What are you doing here?
I'm here to solve a murder. Cecil will actually draw in the 3 dots from the injection that would be from the injections. Do you know where a possible syringe with something like this would be procured?
Oh yeah, I know that. That's a surge needle. Well, the market of surge needle. Oh,
what are they used for?
Surge needles are used to quickly administer medicine. Like if you're a EMC, an emergency medical cleric, or any sort of like emergency professional or whatever, you use a surge needle to quickly administer up to like all of 1 or up to 3 vital medications at once. So like adrenaline, morphine, and like a relaxant, like an opioid or something like that. Or yeah, I guess you could use Benza. I don't know why you would. I mean, why would you need an anesthetic in an emergency situation? But I mean, yeah, they make attachments where you can like have the 3-prong needle to 1 tube. Like I said, that's usually for bigger people. We usually use that for giants if we're applying like vaccines or
centaurs.
Yeah, I mean, some centaurs, if they meet the weight requirement, require a surge needle. Yeah. I mean, that's all I remember from school. I run the machine, so I don't really
That's
use needles.
perfectly fine.
Just from knowing Estrid, did she meet that weight requirement?
Well, I'm not one to assume. But if I had to guess, I would, yeah, I would use a surge needle on Estrid in an emergency situation.
And above Game Chef, all 3 of these nurses had that on them, not just Astrid.
All 3.
One last question, Mr. Baston. Say someone, does the hospital keep logs of who all takes equipment like surge needles in any way?
Yeah, the nurse carts that you'll see around, they've got surge needles in them. Well, they did. Recently the hospital is changing over systems, so things are being weird and might not get logged right.
But if we were to procure logs, where would you point us?
Probably administration. They would probably know more than anyone. It is funny that you mentioned surge needles. I saw somebody with a bunch of them going towards psych recently. They said they were gonna like refill what they had, but then Estrid, when we were talking, was talking about how she had to administer a diuretic, not a diuretic, something to calm down a person, a sedative, to a patient, and there was this like, I think she said it was like a lizard folk guy who just like came in and had like a bunch of them in his arms, and then she's like, "Hey, give me a hand with this," and then he like put them all in like a bag and then helped her and then left.
Lizard.
Did he not work here?
I mean, he had a bat.
Were you not aware that he worked there, or did?
I mean, I never saw the guy. She just.
What day
mentioned
was this?
This was like 2 days before. Like I guess she died. Alevandrix had already went, and like everybody was on high alert.
We need to get to security.
Yes, thank you for your time, Mr. Bastion. This information has been most helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, as per standard protocol, I humbly request that any information that we have discussed here today be kept in secrecy while we are under our investigation.
Confidential.
One more question.
You understand?
Your ex-lover.
We don't have to call him that.
Well, this question is kind of personal. So.
Okay.
Did he only like Stick, or did he like the other as well?
Well, he claims to go both ways. Through our relationship, it seemed like he preferred things more edible than the harder things in life. If you catch my drift.
So did he ever mention any of the victims in his past escapade?
No. There was this chick named Sarah who he was like talking up for a minute, but
Sarah, human Sarah.
No, I think she was like a druid, like a druidic type. What are they called? the ladies who are also trees.
A nymph?
A nymph?
Triad?
Yeah, a nymph. He was
Yeah.
talking to some nymph named Sarah. That's all I really heard about it.
Quick question: Was it Sarah we talked to? Was she a nymph?
Nope, human woman.
Okay,
Human.
Let's.
that would have been awkward.
I think that's enough questions for now, everyone.
Yeah, thank you for your time, Mr. Beckman.
Yep. And you leave. As you're all traversing down the hallway, Nadira, I'd like you to make a perception check.
Okay.
You hear
Nice.
what's up?
21.
Yeah, you hear funny number. You hear a man, tiefling man, in a very nice pressed suit, try to flag you down. And this is as others are like passing a corner in the hallway. So I will say only you hear this man. He's like, excuse me, miss, are you an officer?
I am.
I believe I might have some information regarding those murders that happened recently.
Do we all see this man?
No. I mean, if you want to roll perception, you can, but it will be at disadvantage.
All right, do tell.
Does she? I mean, like, does she point him out to us, or
Do you?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Perception for posterity?
I will as well.
16.
If it's at disadvantage, 15.
Yeah. You would see Nadira stop what you would perceive as in front of a vending machine. So you assume she's grabbing a snack real quick, and then it's gonna meet you.
Oh.
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 But
Oh.
Nadira, you are stopped next to a vending machine. But this man is around the corner, facing you. And he goes, yes, my name is Tiberius, and I don't have a surname. I noticed that that guy on the news, Corey Connor, what's his name? Caldwell. Yes, that guy. He I saw him at the convenience store next door talking to the owner of the convenience store. Me and my wife were in the convenience store getting wine for a group of friends, and we saw that he was talking to the owner about something, like really, really talking to him about something. And I don't know, I just got this feeling that it was something nefarious, you know? I have like a sixth sense about this stuff.
Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear much. What I did hear was Ben something. They might have been talking about somebody named Ben or Benna or something like that. And then something about needles. I think they were talking about like acupuncture from like a guy named Benna or somebody named Benna. What was really weird was then the owner gave him a bag of something, like a suitcase, like a briefcase of something, and then he walked out like looking around, and then we made eye contact, and like my wife got
Question. What race is the owner?
The owner is like a minotaur type guy, short horns, like you can tell his horns were short, like pot belly, you know.
Did you happen to see what was in the bag?
No, but I think it was like magical, because I can see like magical objects just generally. That's just kind of like my thing. And my wife is a psychic, so she was more than skeptical about the situation.
Alright. Out of can I don't know, would it be insight or investigation to kind of like observe this man?
I would give you insight to kind of get a read on this guy.
So just
Yeah.
as a general question,
Mm-hmm.
where's Nadira's dogs at?
They're with her.
I imagine they're just
Mhm.
traveling.
Okay.
They're just being silent.
Yeah.
They're being well behaved good doggos.
With an 11, you get the sense that this person is not only telling you their firsthand account, but you feel like they know more than they're leading on. It's clear that this Tiberius person is either like connected in some way or knows somebody somewhere about something. Like, you think that this person would be worth like pressing, maybe.
Mhm. Do you mind if I take down your information in case I have more questions?
Oh, certainly. Yeah. Any help. And he gives you his information. Now, I will say, you gotta make sure your dogs are kept on a tight leash, right? Because sometimes they might venture into places where they're not needed.
Can I press him?
Roll an intimidation.
Get him. Aw.
Ugh.
What do you say?
I don't even know.
Oh, you gotta give me something. Come on.
I'm not intimidated. Can't help you with it.
You are intimidating. What do you mean?
Shut up.
What
I'm
do,
not.
something along the lines of, and what exactly do my dogs have to do with this?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And what exactly do my dogs have to do with this?
Oh, I am not saying anything nefarious. All I'm saying is that your dogs, all of them, need to be kept on a tight leash. Otherwise, they might
You're not
find
referring to the ones at my feet, are you?
Oh, that's not for me to say, Miss Shakti. What is for me to say, however, is I think you should pay Miss Thistle a visit. I think she has something very pressing to your investigation. You have a good day. As he begins to walk away.
Miss Thistle?
Above game, major sauce. Major sauce.
That I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
above game, that's like major sus. That
Like, he knew
screams
your
Warlock.
last name and you never told him your name.
That's like
As you see him walk away, do you try to follow him?
Yeah, can I do like a stealth?
Yeah, you can roll a stealth.
Stealth. Being sneaky. Ready, aim. What the
I'm assuming
As you know, he
It's
walks
nice.
past you away, and he goes around the corner. You
Wait. Can I roll again for one of my dogs to follow?
Yes, I will roll for one
Just
of
a
your
dog.
dogs. I will roll for one of your dogs.
Also,
I will make it private though.
also remember to call out your rolls,
Interesting.
not including the private ones. No.
You see as this man walks away, Anubis shoots you a glance and like nods and immediately goes to follow him. as you turn around with Pyrus around the corner, they're both gone.
Oh.
What?
Would any of
They're both gone. And it's at this point that the rest of you see Nadira down the hall.
Wait,
I mean, Anubis does travel in the shadows, so.
Miss Nadira, is everything all right?
Yes, coming.
It is very noticeable that there's only one dog with her this time.
Anubis.
Yes, where's your other canine companion?
Checking out a lead.
Oh.
Right. Let's hope they come
Okay.
back.
And as we have new leads to follow, new realms to explore, and possibly a stray dog on the loose, that is where we'll end our session.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I am connected to my dogs, so if something happens to him, I would know.
Mm-hmm.
If your dogs are familiars, technically, if you have the spell, you probably you can see through your familiars, right?
Yeah, she can.
So you could see where your doggo goes. Ooh, something to keep in mind.
Well, check that next time.
Yay!
I'm assuming
All
that,
right.
but still, good session, everyone. Good session.
Yeah, it's getting
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
It's getting
yeah.
good. We're getting in there.
I'm liking where we're going with this. I like where this particular. It feels a lot more different than it did the first time around, and I like it.
Oh yeah.
This has been Realms Abound, M.H.I.U, with Slime as Ted Wilson, Kat DeVries as Nadira Shakti, Raven DeVries as Aradia Ora, Archon as Cecil Sylvana, Jason as Silas Grimoire, and I, Zach Robinson, as the Realm itself. Thank you so much for listening, and you can find us as Realms Abound on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, and Reddit. Yes, we are that deep in the internet. To enjoy more of Slime's wonderful voice, hop on over to Twitch and find Enigmatic Slime. You can find more of Jason's content on Blue Sky at jasonsbst.bluesky.social and Randos on the Internet on YouTube. They just had a finale for one of their episodes, and I hear it's frickin' choice. Also, if you're looking for more of all things TTRPG, head on over to Callus, a D&D podcast for noobs, over on TikTok and Spotify. They're just 5 people with little to no D&D experience learning the game and all the fun with the pain that also comes with it. You can also find us on our Discord server. This is the last one, I swear. Use the links on our Instagram and Reddit to join and talk with the cast and even listen to our recording sessions live. Thank you once again, and we'll see you next time. Realms Abound. When the dice roll, reality bends.